Hello, Internet. This is Love Drac here, and I'm bringing you a story from the depths of fanfiction. This is from Undertale. I do not own any of this, not even the picture you are seeing now. The story I'll be reading today is Cretin. Cretin by Chrissy, and you can find her on Quotev. She has great stories. And she's a good person. Go check her out. And I'm jumping right into the story here. This story has a huge trigger warning. Obviously, it is not all rainbows and sunshine because it is Underfell Papyrus times the reader. So it's a weird little shit going on there. It is a one-shot, and there is blood. So if you do not like blood, hearing about blood, if you don't like violence at all, click away, please. If you do not know what Underfell it is an AU, an alternate universe from Undertale. Undertale it's an amazing video game. It has great story, great characters. It is by Toby Fox. Go check it out. Real quickly here, a little bit of backstory on Underfell. Underfell is it's a version of Undertale where all of the monsters are evil instead of good. Their personalities have been reversed. So instead of Papyrus being happy-go-lucky, Papyrus is evil and he tries to kill you. Like, actually tries. Of course, because it's Undertale, he fails. And Sans is... he's backwards. Now, on to the story. You were tired. So very tired of this. There is some language and profanity. If you do not like any of those things, click away. You were tired. So very tired of this fucking place. It had been over a year since you'd arrived here in hell. Monsters were relentless. Hell, if you weren't in the custody of Sans and Papyrus, they'd attack you left, right, and center. Even Papyrus was only keeping you around because he wanted your soul when the time came for it. If he took it sooner, that would only alert Asgore, and he'd strike him down. As long as the monsters didn't kill you, the brothers didn't care. So that left all the room in the world for scorning, bullying, physical assaulting, and mocking. You tried to make friends, compliment, and even give gifts to the other monsters, but of course it didn't end well. Again, it only had negative results. Every time you came back with more injuries than the last. Your mind was fraying over the course of several months, and now it's completely snapped. It was the middle of the night when you snuck out. You were going to kill Asgore or die trying. There was only two ways of leaving the underground. Through the barrier with a boss monster soul, or die. And really, you didn't care at this point. Just anything to get out of here. You were about halfway towards Waterfall when light blue bones shot from beneath the ground, encasing you in a prison. You groaned, not even bothering to turn around to see who it is. What the fuck do you think you're doing, Cretin? It was Papyrus, that miserable skeleton in charge of the Royal Guard. He made everything worse. Fuck you, you muttered, gritting your teeth. Don't start this again. Come back at once and you won't be punished. His voice was filled with malice. It was disgusting. He was disgusting. You walked through the blue bones, flinching at the pain. But it wasn't terribly bad comparing to the rest of the pain you had endured throughout your trip. I said fuck off. Do you realize what you're fucking doing? Get back here. I'm done, Papyrus. I'm fucking done. You marched through another row of blue skeletal bones. Cretin! I will break every bone in your body, so you'll never be able to move again if you don't turn back now!" His voice cracked. Odd. Didn't care. You marched through more bones, your stance weakening with every set. It was grueling and painful, but anything was better than back there. You stumbled through the last set of bones, strength ebbing from your own bones, and collapsed on the other side. Blood dribbled from the corner of your mouth and clutched your chest. Feeling even more blood soak your chest, you glimpsed at your stats. 1 HP out of 20. You plead for one final attack, hoping Papyrus doesn't know how weak you are. Maybe he'll underestimate his abilities, and you'll be able to reset the timelines back before you fell down Mount Ebott. The soft crunch of his steel-capped boots on the snowy ground was deafening against the silent night. You growled into the ensanguined snow as his immense, ostentatious figure loomed over you. "Get up!" You didn't. "I said, get up!" You yelped. His boot slammed into your side, sending you skidding backwards and flipped onto your stomach up. He strode over as the chill from the snow seeped into the back of your shirt, while sickening warm blood saturated your shirt, now directly in Papyrus's sight. 0.5 HP out of 20. He went to snatch your shirt up when his hand stilled. "You're useless. I barely used any of my strength, and you're almost dead." "Then kill me!" you screeched, catching him off guard. The look on your face could only be described as unfathomable annoyance. His expression flickered to something softer, before becoming cement once more. "You're being ridiculous. Move it." You managed to pry yourself off the sodden ground and into a kneeling position. "You're goddamn wrong if you think I'm going with..." You stopped, violently coughing up chunks of blood. You drained me of my last hope." His face morphed into disappointment with a hard edge. "You're acting like Sans. Yeah, that's because you're poisoning me. You're poisoning everyone around you. I used to be happy. That's a fucking foreign word to you, I know." The force on your throat was too much, ripping more blood from your throat and tears on your eyes. He pulled his jaw into a sneer. "I know what happiness is." He knelt in front of you. "Stop crying. There's no point to this." He went to reach out to touch your face, but you batted his hand away. "I'm allowed to feel emotions, Papyrus," you screamed, forcing more tears to spill from your eyes. Your hands pressed down on your wounds. "Hell, this is the first time I've felt something in a long time." 0.4 HP out of 20. It was working. His eye sockets widened, and he forced his hands against your wounds. "Feel this instead," he hissed. His harsh, usual touch wasn't there anymore. It was softer and more careful than usual. You passed it off as him not having the energy to save you. Hell, he'd probably take the opportunity to take your soul and run. "Take my soul already. I know that's the only reason you keep me around." He muttered something under his breath before staggering to his feet, coddling you to his chest. He only looked ahead as he made his way back to his house. 0.3 HP out of 20. You didn't even bother asking what he said. It'd be irrelevant in a few minutes. Your eyelids fluttered as well as your consciousness. I said, don't close your eyes on me!" His voice was cracking more. Your eyelids fluttered again. "Please." You tensed. Okay, that was new. 0.2 HP out of 20. Something wet hit your paling cheek. A tear? You weren't sure. Probably snow. I
demand you hold on!
You made some sort of noise that can only be described as, "Get fucked." He growled, something you were so much more used to, and dropped you back onto the ground. 0.1 HP out of 20. He knelt down beside your body and looked you dead in the eye. Tears were actually forming in his eyes and splatting on the ground, but his scowl stayed evident on his skull.
You know why I kept you around? Because I loved you,
he spat bitterly.
If I didn't, I would have chopped your head clean off and absorbed your soul instantly. But you held that same ridiculous innocent my brother holds.
He paused, his hand pressing down on your wound once more, in a feeble attempt to keep you going for just a little longer.
I kept all those fuckers away because I couldn't stand seeing you hurt. And then you do this to me? I was just trying to keep you safe. Now you've made me kill you. Do you understand what you've done to me?
Tears flooded down his sharp cheekbones as his hands curled into tight fists. You were taken aback. Tremendously, really.
I should have been softer on you. Nice, even, but now you're dead. But I won't take your soul. I'll give you the burial you properly deserve. See you, Cretin. Have a nice time in heaven. A place you probably deserve.
0 HP out of 20. Game over. And that's all there is of Cretin. I hope you enjoyed that. It is quite cute, really, but it's very short. Easy to read in under 10 minutes, as you can see by the timer. So go check out Chrissy, the writer of this story. She's a cool person. And Chrissy, if you're watching this, thank you for letting me read this. If you guys have any more fanfiction you want me to read, go ahead and comment down below. Please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next reading.